Whether you are big or small, tall or short, you can be a cheerleader and even perform demanding routines safely, as long as you are mentally and physically prepared. This is according to 3 cheerleading experts Razor TV spoke to.
Strictly speaking, I would say anybody can be a cheerleader, and it's really up to the coach's discretion to whether the person is suited to do certain things. So, but of course, I mean, as of with any other sports, cheerleading requires a lot of stamina, a lot of fitness level as well. There has to be some basic level of physical fitness as well. If not, you won't be able to run the whole routine smoothly and run the whole routine comfortably as well.
There are no requirements for body types. I'm 95 kg, I can perform a flip just like this. So eventually it's really how prepared you are. So even a regular forward roll can be so dangerous for someone that's untrained. You can roll on your finger, you can, I don't know, kick your face. Yeah. So it really depends on the level you're on. Basically, all lifts, all maneuver, we will have a coach in place, and the coach is always building safety precaution, safety blocks, progression based on step by step. So we won't jump a step because basics of everything. If you're going to advance to a really high tier move, you're going to skip out so much basic. You're going to end up getting stuck in a very high level move, but eventually it's not going to contribute to your overall progression. So you always want to start things from the basic and build it all the way to the top.
But pertaining to body types, usually we will just assess on the physical and the psychological state of the cheerleader. So usually the coach who is the implementer of the safety program on the ground. So basically he should be experienced and be able to tell whether this particular cheerleader is ready to execute certain stunts or attempt certain things. The cheerleader also needs to be particularly taking the ownership, because if he or she is not prepared or don't feel comfortable or feel safe about the thing, he or she should not attempt the stunt as well.
On September 12th, a member of Ngee Ann Polytechnic's cheerleading team Magnum Force, Mr. Lai Qing Xiang, died after sustaining an injury while doing a backflip during cheerleading training. His father had questioned why his 19-year-old son, who weighed 90 kilograms, was made to do a backflip. This raised concerns over the safety of cheerleading, which was only recently recognized as a sport under Sport Accord in May. Sport Accord is the umbrella organization for both Olympic and non-Olympic international sports federations.
I've seen people nosebleed, I've seen people with swollen lips. So far, no dislocation or anything. I've seen a case whereby my junior actually his teeth was actually knocked off. Yeah, that was the worst. What we can do is to actually lessen this kind of accidents. Like normally, for example, if we were to practice a certain pyramid, we will actually call in more spotters. And just to surround the area, in case somebody falls off, at least there will be a spotter to actually grab the flyer and so on and so forth.
How do you preempt and predict an accident's going to happen?
Through experience, probably for example stunting, we always want the flyer to be on top of the bases to have a really good stunt line. The moment we can see the flyers getting off balance and moving off the stunt line, we can call for dismount, and rather than holding the stunts up and falling from a great height.
Cheerleading is offered to schools here from primary to junior college level under the Sports Education Program run by the Ministry of Education and the Singapore Sports Council. Currently, only Dion Eng cheerleading schools endorsed by MOE to provide cheerleading programs for the schools. Coaches under the program must have relevant coaching credentials and first aid certification. Cheerleading clubs in tertiary associations and privately run teams do not come under this framework.
As a coach itself, you will be able to know whether certain things can be learned for this particular cheerleader or what. So we do not recommend any teams to train without any proper credentialed coaches.
The Cheerleading Association Singapore, which is currently the national governing body for cheerleading here under the International Cheer Union, is pushing for coaches to get credentials and be certified by the American Association of Cheerleading Coaches and Administrators, or ACAR. According to ACAR, this will reduce the risk faced by cheerleading participants through safety rules and education.